Hi, welcome to the Motion Picture Notion, where I'm not wearing any pants right now. Just recently, I finally watched Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Now, I heard a lot about this film. Part of the reason why I didn't see it at theaters is a lot of critics that I really trust. They gave it kind of reviews. They didn't say that it was like horrible, but they said that it had a lot of just characters thrown in there and too much going on at once to like really track everybody. Um, I have to say, having seen the movie, I do kind of disagree. There are a lot of characters. There is a lot going on. The only character that, honest to godly, I think that they need to do something with in the next film is Finn Wolfhard's character. I mean, love that dude as an actor, but holy shit, they cannot figure out what to do with his character. But quite frankly, that's kind of a criticism that I could easily like attribute to the Ghostbusters Afterlife that came out a couple years back. The movie opens up with like a really creepy imagery. I think it's like 1904 in the in New York City. There are all these people that are like frozen to death, and there's like an eerie music. It's very like horror based, and I appreciate that because that's something that Chris Stuckman quite accurately pointed out. I think that the original Ghostbusters, the first two Ghostbusters films, they were comedies, but they had the structure of a horror movie. Like the structure of the film, the skeleton of the film was horror, and the comedy occurred kind of within that framework. And that is something that the 2016 female led Ghostbusters did not get right. Now, I understand that that was supposed to be like a complete and total reimagining, and that's fine. I didn't think that that movie was awful. I didn't think it was good either. I'm dead smack in the middle on it. I'm like, why? If they had given those ladies a little bit more creative freedom, they probably could have made it better as a comedy. But I digress. So I really appreciated the fact that in this opening scene, they really kind of nailed that like eeriness. Cut to the next scene. We're with the family from Afterlife. Rudd, the mom, Phoebe, whatever the hell the brother's name is, I don't give a shit. And they're like speeding down, chasing like this dragon ghost. It's like a what was it? The sewer dragon of I don't know something from New York. Anyhow, they're chasing this freaking thing, and I'm kind of like right off the bat, I'm like, oh wow, they just kind of throw you right in this, huh? Like, this is a little odd. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand that they're the Spanglers and stuff like that, but I just didn't see them getting right into this. It's sort of like the what is it? The Jurassic World, the Lost Kingdom. No wait, which one was the middle one? Yeah, Jurassic World: The Lost Kingdom. Claire's character, how she sort of like she becomes this like dinosaur activist, and like in the first film, she was like this corporate bitch. And I understand that she like learns, to have sort of empathy for these things as living creatures, but like to go from that to like straight up dinosaur activist in the next movie, I was kind of like, what? But I made a decision on that scene. I'm like, okay, this is the movie. I have to either accept this and enjoy it or, be really critical of it and kind of, you know, like diminish my experience with the film essentially. So I said, all right, I'm just gonna accept this. It's a little bit of a leap, but it's fine. Um, and you know what? I'm happy that I did because, in all God's honesty, again, with the really big ensemble cast, they did a lot more with the original Ghostbusters in this one. There's a lot of new cool tech. There are even new characters that are introduced in like a separate laboratory that are developing new Ghostbusters tech. There's like this whole organization going on. And there's a lot of callbacks to nostalgia that are integrated very well. For example, like there's a news report where they're talking about the history of the Ghostbusters, and they show like a lot of the old like toys and stuff that used to come out in the late 80s, early 90s, and it was like, "Oh shit." But they made it work like, yeah, this actually happened in the Ghostbusters world. Um, I absolutely love that. I like the fact that Dickless is now the mayor. Will Atherton, I haven't seen him in anything in forever. I appreciated the fact that they actually acknowledge the existence of Ghostbusters 2 in this one. I like the fact that this film had its own lore. That was one of the biggest things with the last one. I really enjoyed Afterlife, but they kind of went back to like Zool and Gozer and stuff like that. And then like at the end when you see Gozer, it doesn't look quite the same as it did in the first movie. The hair is like black and the suit is more like horns kind of. I don't know, it just looked different, and I'm not complaining because it was directed by Jason Reitman, and he really wanted to you know pay tribute to his dad. And again, these movies have really nailed like the vibe of the original Ghostbusters films. You can tell that they're being handled with care by people who actually do give a shit. You meet some other characters, like there's Camille, there's Patton Oswalt, who he's hit or miss with me. He can be really annoying, but in this case, he was pretty good. I like the fact that Podcast and Ray Stantz have like fully teamed up to do like a YouTube channel and stuff like that. That was terrific. The bad guy is pretty cool. You know, it's a lot more like CG than you're used to in a Ghostbusters film. But again, it's his own lore. He's kind of a creepy villain. He's a tough villain, definitely the toughest that they faced off against so far. It really takes all of them. Bill Murray probably has the least screen time, but the time that he is on screen is utilized perfectly. Like every line, and of course, every line delivery is like just on point.
Can I be of any help? Melnitz in uniform. Yeah.
I really enjoyed the film. Objectively, it is probably the weakest Ghostbusters film, but in a series that up until this point has been pretty damn good, that's not really saying all that much. I mean, I would even go so far as to say that I think that Ghostbusters Afterlife was the superior movie in terms of filmmaking. This one, I think I enjoyed a bit more because a lot's happening and it's just kind of a roller coaster, you know what I mean? So Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, have you guys seen it and what did you think about it? If you like it, or didn't or whatever, let me know below and we'll have an awesome conversation about it. If you haven't seen it, let's put it this way. I think you'll be entertained, okay? Even if you don't like the movie, it moves. So give it a shot. What the hell? All right, guys. That's all she wrote.